Hey, Colin Smith here from photoshopCAFE, and today we're going to look at the Rode Wireless Go. Now, I already had a first look at it, and I've posted that video, and I'll link to it there. But what we're going to do today is we're going to test it out and have a look at its operation. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to unbox it out of this box. Quality control passed, and in the top, notice it's sealed. So what we want to do is just tear open this seal, and let's have a look and see what's inside. Quick start guide. It's actually printed on the lid of the box. Then we pop it open. Here's the unit itself. Alright, we've got the transmitter, we've got the receiver, we've got two USB-C cables for charging both of these at the same time. Then we've got a windsock and an extra windsock, the cable here to attach it, the receiver to the camera, and a bag. In fact, why don't we compare the size to a typical belt mount pack? So this is the Sennheiser units that I use. And so there's one of these that I use for the transmitter with the mic on it. And then there's another one exactly the same size that I use as the receiver that sits on the camera. So if we look at this, these two units here are smaller than the transmitter pack on its own. So you can see there's a mic built in there, plus there's a port so we can actually plug in a lav mic. So if you want to wear this as a belt pack and attach a microphone, you can do that on there as well. So let's turn these on. If you look on the bottom, both of them have an on-off switch. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the receiver first. And I can see it's mostly charged out of the box. Let's turn this on. As I'm talking in there, I can see that this is actually receiving level. So it comes paired out of the box. Now it's very easy to pair. All you do is you turn this one on, and then you click and hold, and then you turn on the receiver, and then just click on the bottom here, and it will pair it. Now you can only pair one at a time. So it works on the 2.4 gigahertz, but they don't stay fixed. What they're doing is they're constantly moving throughout that spectrum, and that way they're always looking for the strongest signal and avoiding interference, which at NAB works really well on the show floor. In a minute, we're going to take this outside and we're going to see how it performs out. Now there's another thing, if we look at it here, there's a little dB. So if we tap on this, we can go through three different sensitivities, -12, -6, and 0. And what that does is enables you to balance with your camera so you can get the maximum signal without causing it to distort. On the side here on the receiver, this is where we will plug this in. And then this end goes to our camera. Now if you use a different type of cable, you can actually plug this into a mobile phone as well. Now the transmitter, all we need to do is just attach this to our shirt. So what you want to do is, you see the mic there? You want to do this where you're hiding most of it, so don't attach it this way. What you want to do is put it inside and attach it this way. Then you've got the smallest amount exposed. So you can just put it on differently depending on what kind of shirt you wear or a jacket, or you can also put it on a lanyard. Although a V-neck is one of my favorite options right now. So what do you think? Which shirt do you think it worked on best? Let us know in the comments underneath. And of course, I'm sure people are wondering what these sound like on the different placements on the different shirts. So right now, I'm running on the Wireless Go system through the Sony a7 III, and this is what it sounds like with the V-neck. Attached to the lanyard, this is what it sounds like. Okay, here I am for Henley type shirt, which probably sounds very much like the V-neck because the placement's probably not that different. And here I am with more of a button-up dress shirt. See what the sound is like there. Okay, and here I am with a hoodie with it zipped up a little bit so we can place the mic maybe a little bit lower than it would be before. Okay, so this little device here takes about 2 hours to charge up. It'll give you a 7-hour charge. It has a range of about 230 feet. So why don't we take it out right now and test it? So if any of you have ever ridden in a convertible before, you'll know that it can get pretty windy and pretty noisy. Right now we're doing 50 miles per hour, and I'm going to roll down the windows. This is with the top down. Okay, here we are. We're in this field, and I'm just going to walk, and we can see how far this is going to last before the signal drops out. I'm just going to keep walking and talking until we get completely out of range. So let's see how far this lasts. And by the way, this was not given to me, so it's not a sponsored video. I bought this with my own money. The price is $199, which is incredible for something like this. I think I paid close to $1,000 for my Sennheiser set. And I had some comments on my other video, and by the way, I'll put a link to that underneath for you guys to check out. And some of the comments I had on there, one person was saying about headphones. Why doesn't it have a headphone jack? Well, you actually be pointless having a headphone jack on this. What you want to do is plug into the headphone jack on your camera, and then you can listen to the signal. Because if you're listening to it directly through here, well, you're not knowing how the camera's processing it. Maybe your levels are too hot, and you would never know. But by listening to the headphone jack on your camera, you're able to know exactly how those levels sound. Now, this is a really useful thing for vloggers. I'm actually thinking it's possible that this might actually replace my shotgun mic for some vlogging. We'll see how that goes in the future. Also, the sound quality, I'm pretty impressed with it. When I tried it at NAB, once again, see it there on a crowded show floor with a lot of electrical interference, and see what that sounded like. Okay guys, I've just put the windsock on here, so there's a little bit of a breeze going right now, and now when I'm walking, we're going to see if that wind is going to affect it. I'm just going to turn around and try. Alright, so I'm walking back towards it again. This is with the wind filter on, and it's actually a neat little wind filter. It just snaps on. There's two little pins, and you just push it on and it stays on there, so you don't have to kind of stretch it over the top, so it makes it really easy. I mean, it's kind of small to be a dead cat. Maybe it's a dead mouse. Bad joke. All right, guys. All right, I've got some conclusions for you. This thing has an incredibly small size. At $200, it's great value for money. The range is really good. Just make sure you don't turn your back on it, because if you do, you're going to lose the signal. It's extremely powerful, so you need to keep the gain pretty low on your camera, at least on the Sony a7 III. Another thing too is if you're outdoors and you're going to be moving around, make sure you put that windsock on there, otherwise you're going to be getting the sounds that you could hear in there. But once I put the windsock on, did an amazing job of blocking out all the wind noises. So as far as a mic you can use for interviews and vlogging, different things like that, I think the sound quality is great. It's great value for money, so I highly recommend the Rode Wireless Go. So if you like this review and you like reviews like this, hit the subscribe button right now, become part of the Cafe crew, and get a new video from me every single week. If you like this, smash the like button into dust, and drop a comment. Let me know, what do you guys think about this? And also, if you got any questions about it, I'd be happy to answer. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you at the cafe.